Hello everyone, welcome to Railway Cottage Studio. I'm Karen and I'm just launching into a brand new project out of nowhere, as you do. I am always looking for something to put my phone into when I'm heading out. Quite often I only want to carry my phone. I do have a little leopard print phone only little bag that's useful, but I thought I'm actually going to make myself a little phone holder. So it's going to basically be made on this. I can't use my phone to demonstrate because it's up here. I'm using some of this beautiful. This is a country road piece of fabric that my mum bought many years ago to make a bedspread for their caravan. So it's quite tough. It's got a bit of give. I'm going to use that as the base. My phone kind of fits here, so I'm not going to turn the edges under anything. I'm going to keep it basically this big and possibly make it a bit bigger on the top. So I'm going to just use, again, all my favourite things. I've got a little pile of bits and pieces here that I'm going to start with. And I'm just figuring out what it is I want to put at the front. I did consider this little guy. You see him? He's quite lovely. So he's finished. So I'll put my little background pieces on. This is all I have left of that fabulous piece of hexagon stitchery that was given to me. So I'm definitely going to use some of this. So I'm going to put a little line so I know where the fold is and open it up to make it. As far as inside, there won't be anything inside. It's just going to be this inside. But there I get an idea of where the top is. All right. Yes, top and the bottom are a little bit lower. Okay, so it's going to be a very quick and easy project. My thumb is a little bit sore. I probably have overdone it a bit. I did also hand quilt a quilt yesterday, but that's okay. I'm just going to take it easy today and do a little project that's not going through lots and lots of layers. I don't think I want to. Do I want to cut that off or fold him over? I'm just going to cut this bit off because it's hanging off anyway. Just thinking I might actually leave that. Where are my pins? Right here. So just pinning this first part on until I'm happy with it. And then it should be a fairly quick job. Look at that fabulous old corduroy hexagon there. Okay. These are some of the fabrics that had just been put to the side after I've been playing with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery's new prompt. This lovely little ticking is calling to me. Yes, my edges are raw. Will always be raw. Just going to pop him down there. Right to the edge because I'm going to stitch all the way to the edge. I might be able to zoom in a bit actually because it's so much of a smaller piece to work on. All right. So I did do this a little bit high, so the fold line is actually about there. So I'm going to cut out my little bird. I'm going to use these smaller scissors and somebody has finished this one, which is lovely. I'm just going to cut out the bird of him. I don't want the flower. I'm going to use different flowers. So I've only just learnt what type of needlepoint this is. I have seen these around. This is one that Nairi Bartlam sent to me. And this is how it comes. That's your pattern instead of having it painted on. So I have a few of these from the past and I just thought someone had started them and hadn't finished them. So it turns out I know nothing. But yes, I've learnt that. So I'm going to cut around him a little bit better, which I'm going to do slowly. His little beak. I don't know what type of bird he is, but he's lovely. Nice colours. I might put a little pocket on the back of this just to put my one of my credit cards, my debit card in, so that I can I'm going to put a strap on this so that I can just carry it and only have my phone and my debit card. How's that? There we go. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm going to tuck him there. He fits absolutely perfectly. It's meant to be. Thank you, Nairi. She sent me this. Doesn't want to be pinned though. Gosh, whoever did this, look how beautifully done that is. I don't know if I can get a needle through it, a pin through it. I'll have to do it out through here, I think. Start there anyway. Is he in the middle? I don't want his tail to hang off. About there. Which I think it's just the worst pin in the world. So a really simple little project. Again, trying to motivate myself to go back to work by having some nice things. And one little fella down here, I think. So what I might do, once I start stitching this, of course, I'm going to have a million threads on the inside. So I might just, when it's all finished, just create a lining in a simple ticking or something just to fit inside, just so that when I'm putting my hand in out, I'm not pulling threads all the time. I'm just going to start stitching that down. I have some threads that I already have ready. I haven't really thought about them too much. Again, I think that works for me. So what I'll do is stitch this down, make a lining, and then do maybe a big whip stitch all the way around it when it's finished. But the fabric that I've used for the background is really thick and heavy and strong, so it'll handle being handled all the time. Alrighty, it's Saturday here. It's the last weekend before we go back to school, but teachers go back a bit earlier in Queensland. Making the most of my weekend. Is absolutely beautiful day today. The humidity has dropped a lot, and I'm actually not dying down here, which is nice. Been in the pool a couple of times already, and just looking to have a few more finishes before school goes back. And my project's organised, so I can plan my weekly stitching and know that it's definitely going to happen. I don't want it to be the first thing that gets lost when it's busy. You know how that happens. This is going to be big and chunky. But very simple. Very, very simple. And again, I think if you're making things for yourself, if you just use everything that you love, it all works together. And see, I've actually just lost a bit of that there, but that's right. And then you'll just love it. So, I very much believe in don't overthink it. Even if it looks like it might clash, if you love it, it'll work. Okay. Actually just going to pop my little birdie off now that I know he fits perfectly, just so I can stitch through down here. It's a big thick one. What are you doing for your weekend? Oops, I'm stuck there. What are you doing for your weekend? Hopefully it's something nice. Hopefully you got a bit of time off. I got caught on YouTube last night. I started watching Dottie B and then Kate in the Nest and then To Be Loved by Korean, and I just looked up and it was a ridiculous time in the morning. So I had a bit of a late night. That's my wild Friday nights now, getting caught on YouTube. But there's so much good stuff going on, and isn't YouTube amazing that you can just find people that like what you like and be inspired. All right, I'm just going to tie that first bit off there. Okay, and take my pins out. That is not going anywhere. I haven't done the bottom yet, but that's okay. Got a bit more of that thread. This is a lovely colour. It's like a rusty terracotta colour. I kind of want to, behind my bird, I want to have something featured in, let me have a look here, you're there, in there, have a look, where did I get to here? I'm going to start at this side so I can continue on then up through the ticking. These hexagons are just beautiful. They're just every type of fabric, real old style patchwork where you just reused everything. Old shirts, old tea towels, old, everything. Everything's reused, and they feel so good because the textures are so varied, the colours are so varied. Look at this beautiful hand stitching. It's wonder who made it, who it was made for, the original quilt. Have a look. I'm doing pretty well. I'm going to finish that. That's the hexagons sewn on. Now I'm just going to go straight across, even though this is a little bit, you know what, I'm going to leave that flappy bit flapping, if that makes sense, so that if I want to, I can overlay that onto whatever's going to be on the back. But I'm going to treat the back and the front as two covers, not as like a back of a book. That makes sense. Let's just see if I'm too close to the edge on this side. No, I might just come in a bit. It's so soft to stitch through this beautiful fabric. Background nearly finished. Super easy. I'm loving these small projects. I'm just so used to working. I started slow stitching doing queen size quilts, so I kind of did it backwards. So now these little projects just seem so quick and easy. And no, I haven't still got anything out of my work in project cupboard. I'm actively avoiding it, but I will do something this. I really will. So across here now. Okay, background done, I think. Well, the very basic background done. I'll tie him off. Okay, so that's one side. I'm going to just toddle on over to the other side. So that's going to have the bird and then obviously a ton of other stuff. That's looking great. Am I going to finish one side at a time? I don't think so. I think I need to work through both. So here's some more of this beautiful old ticking. They're going to put that on there. Put that bit off. Got a bit of a fray. This is beautiful old fabric that my mum gave me. I've been very lucky to be able to have such a fabric stash because of what mum has collected over the years. Now I'm looking for something exciting. Do I want to use a bit more of that? Maybe. Might probably will put a pocket on the back. Will I put a pocket on the back? If I put a pocket on the back, I could use this little guy as my pocket. Let's just imagine he's the right size. I don't need a big pocket. It would just be for a debit card, but you know, not too small. There's nothing worse than not being able to get them out. Debit card like that. Except, actually, I quite like that. I want to use some of this blue and white doily that I have here cut up. Where's my other little bits of blue and white? They're here, working at the side. Cleaned up again yesterday. Don't do it. Hang on, they're here in my stash. What do I have that I want to definitely use on this? I want to definitely use some of this beautiful doily. And I definitely want to use, I was looking for that. Ah, here we go. Here's my little blue bits. They're hidden underneath. I mean, it's tempting to just put a doily as a pocket. That's easy and that works. Let me just see if that would work. So that's the back. I could just, here's my bird. He's down there doing that. I could just make a pocket out of one of the beautiful bits of this. So I could just do that as a pocket. It's very big though. I don't know that I want to take up that much on my back. Gotta cut it out and have a look. Before I do that, is there a smaller doily that would work as a pocket? Oh, there's that one, which is a different shape. No, I'm not loving that one. Maybe. Just going through my little stash over here. I just got a heap out that I love. Love that. Look at the colours on that one. Unfortunately, there's like 420 that I love, which is always a challenge. What if I did my pocket? I do like that, but it's too big. It's too big on the back. I don't want it to be that big. What if I did my pocket either my little Dutch girl stitched on as a pocket? I love that. What else have I got on there? My little house. I like the little Dutch girl. She's a bit taller and longer. Let's just see if I can just cut her. Two from the feet. Let's cut a bit bigger than I think I need. So she can be a pocket. Just cut straight would help, wouldn't it? Come back to cut it with my hand's a bit sore. You can see it's a bit swollen again today. So I'm going to cut that with some smaller scissors. So that could be a pocket. I could fold down the top, or I don't mind, it's a bit crooked actually, or use something along the top, some sort of lace or a tiny bit of this left, which is one of my all-time favorites. I always think it needs to go that way. Go across the top. Just made it a bit high so I didn't lose her hat. I don't want to lose her hat. Go across the top, the pocket. Yep, that works. So what am I going to put behind here? Let's just have a look. Do I want some flowers to break up all the geometric shapes? This piece of fabric just never dies, honestly. Let's go this side. Got it. Up to there. Let's just make it a bit bigger than it. What do I want? I want the flower. Let's just cut this bit off because I'm not unpicking that hem. I did it on the other one. It took forever. So what if I just you there till they meet? Okay, that works. Just cut that a bit taller than my hexagons. Ow. Okay, then that one goes there, and then I see that at the top of the pocket I won't lose too much. I mean, I'll lose that bit. Is that the best way to do it? Let's have a look. No, I want it this way, just to balance the other side. It's just whether I want more blue or more pink. Which do you think? Let's have a look. Do I want more pink? Or more blue? Which hexagon do we like the most? I think I'm liking that one. Am I? Make a decision. Let's just do it. Done. Okay, so that's the other side sorted. I'm just going to bring that all the way over, pin that, and stitch that down. So that side is pretty much in line, and the other side's hanging off a bit, but that's okay because I'll come back to that bit later. Where's my thread? Oops. So this is really quick. What's that so far? 22 minutes. Oh, I've been on a screen that whole time. All right, I'm going to stitch it on. So I've come up with this beautiful old bit of linen with roses on it. It's got quite a bit of cream. Like the roses are quite spread out, which I like. Quite a lot of background, which is something, a rest for the eye. And then I've got nearly the second last little bit of my hexagon old quilt that I just love. I've been looking online for old hexagons. I know you can make them yourself, but I do make them myself, but there's nothing to replace. Nothing feels like the genuine old ones. Now I want you to come. I'm just going to leave that loose for now. Decide what I'm going to do there. And come up, it's got a little one. All the way up the side. I'm not worrying about being straight. It's the beauty of slow stitching. A bit wider though there. Stiff. I think I went through a few seams there in this one. Because I've zoomed in so much, I've got to remember to stay in picture. Sorry. All a bit rough, isn't it? The old camera skills. My brother is coming up next week for a few days from Sydney to visit, and he's a guru with sort of Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff. It's actually his business. It's what he does. So I'm hoping he can give me a few tips to improve my videos and the sound quality and just everything in general. So thank you for hanging in with me when it's all a bit dodgy. I feel like when you have a background like this, it's done all the work for you. It's so lovely. Now in the other, what was it? Something I made, I think it was my diary cover, I did stitch under the folds of these because I didn't want to see my stitch. Here I'm happy just to do big fat ones over the top. I love this brown thread. I actually want to probably keep these a bit more down. This is something that's going to be hanging off my shoulders, hanging off my arm. Just going to turn it over so I can see, make sure I'm actually capturing the piece of fabric underneath. The piece of patchwork that I've used is a bit of an oblong, bit of an odd shape. Alrighty. I'm going to start, do the background, and then it'll be time to have a bit of a break and pick you up when I come back and do the next layer, the first decorative layer. And at the corner there, yes I am. There we go. I might actually do it from this side for the rest of this side, just so I capture the edge. I'm going to have to change thread. That's all right. Make great progress on this quite quickly. I'm going to just tie that off there rather than try and rethread that. This close to the end. Come here. Okay. It's great. Where's my brown? Brown. Is it brown? Let's call it terracotta. That makes it sound posh. Sorry, little bird. Caught ya. So I do like to start with the feature element. I think it's just a lot easier for me to work backwards once I know. Again, I'm a big picture person. I have to kind of know what the whole thing's going to be. I think I just took that knot straight off the end. Yeah. I do make up as I go, but I already know what the main feature will be, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start down here so I can then duck up and go across. Or maybe I won't. I will, because that's going to be hidden behind the little pocket anyway. Oops. I can probably go down there. Let's have a look at what I've got so far. So I've sewn all the way around, So I'm just now going to sew across this middle bit. And because I am going to line this, I'm not worried about the fact that I've just, taken the thread from there to there, because you're not going to get your fingers caught. I'm going to just do a very simple fabric lining inside something that's patterned so it doesn't show dirt. I think would be a good idea. I'm reaching in. Get your phone out. And then I'll think about a strap, what I want to do for a strap. So again, this is all really well sewn down. I've gone through all the layers. Nothing is going anywhere. Couple more and I'm done. So this is video 1. I will take a break now. I'm going to go and use my hand a little bit, give it a bit of a rest. And I may get back down here today. I may not. In there. So this is what we're going to have. The front, it's already gorgeous, is going to have that. plus other things, obviously, other bits and pieces. On him, let's pin him in so he looks beautiful. I just went straight through that there. Is that upside down? Yes, it is. Dork. That way. There, are we happy with that? Yep. That is such good quality stitching. All right. So he's there. Like, see if I can just get through his tail. I'm going to have to pin long ways. So that is this little guy on the front cover. The back cover is going to have my little Dutch girl in a pocket with my favourite ever braid just across the top of the pocket, like that. So I'll probably just fold that over somehow, not sure. This will be raw, I'm not turning that under. Something like that so far, and then when it comes to lining it, I will simply just get some fabric. I'll just use what I have here as demonstration. Do I have a piece of fabric close by? Just say, no, that's not big enough. See, I put everything away when I need it. This is an old flour sack, which obviously I'm not going to use for the lining, but I'll just simply line it. I'll create a liner for it so that when you put your hand in, you don't catch on the other bits and pieces. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for visiting my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I've got a few new subscribers. Thank you so much. It's so motivating to be able to go and share work. I find it's really motivating. So thank you so much for visiting me, and I'll see you soon with part 2.